What's up, Inkie peeps? It's Del from Inkie Quill, and I got a little special guest today.
Hi.
It's Aaron.
Hello.
I dragged Aaron into recording this video because
I'm here to help.
he's here to help. Because I was doing this album the other night. I had it out on the couch, and Aaron became interested in it. So I thought
I thought it was a really cool idea to have like this mini. From what I understand, it's like a mini personal like album.
Yeah.
Like
So
this prompts and stuff. It's really cool.
This is the My Story album. I'm pretty sure it's American Crafts Project Life brand. I did buy it quite a while ago. I'm not sure if you can still get it in print, but I do know someone, last time I did a video here on Patreon showing this album and my plans for it. And then I neglected it for a little while, but we're back. Someone found the digitals. So you can get the digital pages for this. I've also added a lot of extra pages in, which you'll see. And this is a page that I did on the couch the other night because I was bored. And I just stuck in a couple of photos. I've previously done a lot of the journaling that you'll see. And so what I've done for today's process is print a ton of photos. I had printing problems.
Just the queen of printing the other day.
I'll get back to my printing issues in a second. But any of these white pages that you see are pages that I've made just in Microsoft Word. And
that's cool.
Yeah, put some song lyrics in there.
That's sick.
Good old Bewitched and Spice Girls.
Really taking it back.
Taking it back. So essentially this album, if you haven't seen the first video on the My Story album over here on Patreon, it's a bit of a time capsule and has all sorts of prompts with different categories. So there's a category for school, category for friends and love, and it documents all the way. There's a section on grandparenting and our grandchildren.
Yeah, right.
Seeing as though we haven't birthed the second child yet. We're not quite up to that stage.
Not there just yet.
So this is a work in progress, this album.
It's a really cool though, because like you always think of scrapbooking, like obviously the idea is that someone will come back and look at it one day, but to have this kind of in the categories or whatever is really interesting. I could see younger generations very far into the future, like your grandchildren's kids or whatever, looking at this and being like, oh, you know, back at the start of the century, or like the 1900s,
Oh, jeez.
which is ridiculous to think about. But, you know, they'll be looking at this and being like, oh, they didn't even have the internet, or like, you know, phones that just in your eyeballs or whatever.
They still had hair. Or they didn't have special cyber caps with
exactly. That's what
and computers.
People used to go outside and
But there was still grass and trees.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's sad.
That is a bit
That's
sad.
bad. So what I've done is I've sped up the rest of this video 3 times fast so that you can see what I did. I did a lot of dilly-dallying, a lot of sticker. I was feeling very flustered in this video because I had a printer malfunction.
Oh, did you ever?
I know. You guys know I break the technology.
But to be fair, you have had that printer for
probably 3 years, I think.
No, I think it'd be longer than
No, I don't think it was because I have my picture mate.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 3 years.
Okay.
I had to buy a new selfie, peeps, because my selfie carked it. It totally died. Started streaking everything and dinting
And the sounds that it was making were not healthy.
No, they weren't healthy at all.
You know something's wrong when it sounds like you're killing a cat in a lounge room or something.
Was not good.
No.
Tried every troubleshooting Google solution under the sun. And I just came to the realisation that my model selfie, I think it was the 900 one, it's about 4 models behind what there is now. It's time for an upgrade, and it was on sale, so $50.
Oh, yes.
So I got myself a new selfie,
Good
the
timing.
1300, I do believe. And it's lovely, and I swear the print quality is way better.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because the quality was already pretty good.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What do you guys, if you have upgraded from the 900, I think it was a 910 possibly, to the 1300, let me know if you agree. So what I'm doing here is the first step I did off camera because I had to print it in several stages. The old printer and then the new printer, and I went to the shops and came back. And so I pre-sorted all of my photos. Now, this album has, like we said, lots of different sections, and it's a little overwhelming if you want to add photos to all the sections. I'm not adding photos to every page, but every main section I'd like to add something. So it does get a little overwhelming as to what photos to choose. So what I did was I did little post-it notes on the spots that I thought would suit a photo. So for example, this section here is talking about my parents, and I actually gave 2 pages, they're missing here, to my mum and dad to fill out, which will be really fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so
that's such a good idea.
those pages talk about how I'm like my mum and how I'm like my dad. So they'll fill it out, and then how I got my name.
Happy.
I know, happy.
And a sibling.
I know,
That's so
because I have no siblings. And so where was I going with that?
Sorry.
Baby brain. Baby brain doesn't work with
I
sidetracks.
sidetracked you. Sorry.
Yes. So I went through and wrote down all the categories that I thought I would need photos for just the first third of the album. Like we're not dipping our toe all the way in the water, just a little bit. So then I went through my childhood album, and I actually took photos of photos and printed them using my new iPhone, and then cut them up and split them into the categories and put them inside the pages so that I wasn't rifling through and then realizing, I did this whole section on school and I forgot all the school photos that I had printed and didn't have ready to go. So that was a really easy step. Well, no, it was a difficult step because I hate photo printing, but it made things easier in the long run. So what I'm doing here is I had this page and I had siblings with lots of spaces for lots of beautiful siblings, and I just don't have them. Nigel, no friends as an only child, didn't have anything to fill in on that page. But this was my childhood dog, Happy, and she's an Australian red cattle dog. And she was like my sister because she had red hair. We got her when I was 3.5, and she passed away when I was 21. So she was 18, I think, when she passed away. And she was there for me through thick and thin, my only friend.
Oh, I don't mean like that.
So I thought it was appropriate to put her in this section that was all about family and family tree, because she played an important part. And my goodness, those fluoro track pant little outfit there just screams early 90s.
Yeah.
Oh God, I had so many matching fluoro tracksuit sets. So many.
Of course you did.
Did you wear?
I don't remember having any fluoro stuff.
Oh, I had tons.
Oh, really? I had a lot of tracksuit outfits.
Matching?
That was all the rage. Yep. Matching tracksuit, pant and jacket and shirt.
Sloppy
type
Joe.
deal.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Sloppy Joe, by the way, is like a jumper,
fluoros.
which you may also call a sweatshirt. Not Sloppy Joe as in the food.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we didn't wear Sloppy Joes.
With our tracksuits.
Oh, but
Chilling along.
I found a few photos of Happy, so I'm just putting them on, and it's a really good opportunity to stick and plonk all the stickers and to go through. I have these little containers.
Oh, here we go.
I have these little collections of ephemera bits that I've neglected and abandoned. And it was a nice opportunity to dust them off, give them a chance. We'll say I used a few pieces. They're still horrendously full and overflowing. But it's,
So is this just like the outcasts of
Yes.
like sticker
yeah,
pages where
Yeah.
you've literally got like 2 stickers left
And I
that
just
you'll
chop
never
them up.
use?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
and I just put them all together and just never use them. You know my MO well.
I do.
So this one is just a random photo, and I decided to put it on the tabbed. What's the name of that? Like the title page, I guess you could call it for this section. So this section's just very broad childhood.
Oh, I get you. Right.
Yeah. So I just wanted to do a little scrapping. Now I have got a little dilemma. I've made this baby too fat, and she's chunky.
Oh, what? It doesn't fit in the folder anymore.
She's not fitting in the folder anymore.
Oh dear, that is a dilemma. What are you going to do there?
I'm just going to buy another binder from. This is a 6x8, so I can.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it like a pretty standard size?
Yeah, so the I can get one from Officeworks.
Yeah,
easy and
peasy.
I can have part 1, part 2, part 3. You guys know how I roll. I had freaking 8 albums just for last year. This is documenting up to when I have grandchildren. Of course, it's going to be more than one album.
Yeah, I can only imagine when you get to like Arch and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So essentially, if you just write on the pages
You'll
like
be
you're
fine.
supposed to, you'll be fine. And a few little stickers.
Yeah, I'm sure if you put like just like one layer of
Yeah. It's probably the several layers of of scrapbook paper and the extra pages of Spice Girl lyrics that are printed on thick cardstock that are chunking it right up.
Yeah, I don't know why like our printers keep dying and stuff. It's
No
just
idea.
inexplicable.
It's not me. It's them. It's always them. So then I had a few sections. So this page on the left I had already filled in previously. I think I filled that in pregnant when I couldn't move off the couch with Archie.
Oh,
and
right.
so
Wow, you have had this for ages.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise it had been that long.
Oh, yeah, it's been.
Oh, wow,
It's been a
okay.
while. It's been a long time. And so I didn't have space for photos, but I wanted to put some on because it talked about my first house and what my childhood bedroom looked like. And I had some perfect photos for that, as well as this perfect paper that I had on a paper pad that I'd forgotten about with little houses on it that I do go on to cover up a lot of. But still, there's a little peek of house. A little whisper of house poking out.
This is such a cool idea to like just go back and just the kind of think about this stuff because you get very caught up in like memory keeping now for the future, but like you never think about
The childhood.
your first house.
Yeah.
Or
And this album's really good. I know you can get the digital pages still online somewhere, and you'd probably
I'm
be able
sure
to get
there's
them.
other variations as well.
and
Surely.
you'd be able to get them printed at like a stationery shop
Yeah,
or
wherever,
somewhere. But it's really nice to have the prompts as well. I'm not great at journaling and thinking about what detail. I'm more of a facts. I think it comes from teaching like recounts, like who, what, when, where, why, how. It's hard for me to go into the
But
the
how did
feelings.
that make you feel?
Yes.
Yes.
And
But sometimes also, unless it's something that's front of mind, like you don't really think about that.
No, that's true. And I would love to include more feeling type journaling, but I just don't know where to start. And so this was kind of good because it gave me a bit more direction, which was nice. So these photos were from my first childhood bedroom. Technically not. I think I lived in 2 houses as a baby and toddler, but I can't remember them.
Oh, yeah. If you don't remember them,
No.
they don't count.
No. So I wanted to include these ones. There's Wilbur, my prize teddy bear that still stays on our bed to this day. And just wanted to add a tiny bit of journaling here. It's a really nice way to use up some paper pad paper, if that makes sense, because, I don't know, I just like to leave my proper cardstock quality paper for layouts, and the paper pad paper, because there's often doubles in the pad, I forget about them, or I get sick of them, or they're too thin and I don't want to put a lot of mixed media on them. And because they're one-sided, it was really good because I could just thicken it up and stick two together. So for this one, I used a bit of packaging down the bottom, but I didn't want to have the packaging still there, the writing. So I'm just adding some map tape because I thought maps, houses,
I like it, I like
are on
it.
it. And then just kind of going with the colour schemes of the photos or what was already on the opposite page, or just pulling out random colours that I rarely use, like green and yellow. This photo here is actually from my, maybe my 8th birthday? 9th.
Oh, right.
8th birthday.
I was going to say, surely it's not the same house.
No, this is our second house.
Yeah, right, yeah.
In Manly Vale. Our first house was at Allambie Heights.
I forget that some people live in the same house basically until they move
I
out.
know. See, we move a lot.
We've moved around a lot. Both you and I have moved a fair amount. I wonder if is there comments on your... This is a Patreon video, right?
Yeah.
Is there comments? There's comments, right?
Yeah, there's comments. Yep.
Yeah.
How many houses
Yeah,
have you
I
lived
was going to
in?
say, I'd love to know of anyone who grew up in the same house until they moved out,
Yeah.
or only moved once.
I think I have lived in 10 houses. We've been moved out for 8 years and we've lived in 5.
But what about before that? Before you moved
Before
out?
I moved out, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 houses, 11 houses altogether.
I think I was probably 5 or 6 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a few houses. So just adding a little bit of journaling here and there. It's nice to use up, just like I said, these little ephemera bits have been abandoned. Gives me a little bit more focus to get these pages done. And I really like the mix between the Word document pages on the right that I've created that just have little Googled images of things from that.
Things that you're not going to find in a sticker pad or whatever.
Or in my own photos either.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And then these scrapbooked kind of mini layouts, and then just the journaling pages like that one on the left. So a little bit of combination of all
mixed
three.
bag of everything, yeah.
Yeah. So I think at this point I was on the phone to my mum trying to work out when we moved house. And we're in debates as to how old I was. We were both wrong. We moved when I was in kindergarten, apparently.
Ah, right.
I thought it was year 2 and she thought it was year 1.
Right.
But alas, we were all wrong.
How did you work that out? If you were both wrong.
I looked at the album, Mum's photo
Oh,
album.
right. Yes, okay.
Yeah. So then there are a couple of sections in this album, like this bit down the bottom here, that I just didn't want to write about or I didn't need. And so just cover it up with the paper scraps. This is great for using up the paper scrap drawers, that I've got. Namely, I didn't really win many awards of extracurricular activities. I was notorious for quitting things. Looking back, I completely had anxiety and social phobia from fetus.
A very early age.
Which was not detected until I was in my 20s. However, I did jazz ballet when I was younger, and I had a special role in the end of year concert, and I had to bring a cake up to Mickey Mouse with my friend, and I quit a week before the concert. So I didn't win anything there. I also did Irish dancing for a while, and one of the mean girls tripped me over when I was doing my round and never went back because I thought she hated me. And then I also did gymnastics and lasted 1 term before we had a replacement instructor one day who made us do really, really, really difficult things, and he got cranky at me because I couldn't do them because I wasn't that good. And he got mad and I cried and I never went back. So there's not a lot to document on my extracurricular.
On the sport front.
No. More of an inside book kind of person. So this next page, there was a lot of photos for this one. I didn't really know how I was going to do it because this photo was on childhood friends. And so I printed off a range of photos of like some school friends and family friends as well. And I wasn't quite sure how I was going to fit them all on. So I'm using the very, very scientific and technical method of
just overlay it.
Overlaying the page to cut it out wonky with my scissors to make sure it's the right size. Very technical. And then I'm sticking 2 pages back to back, then just using my single hole punch to punch 2 holes. I would recommend, if you are doing something like this, punch those holes first, because if I didn't, I guarantee I would have punched over someone's face by accident and they would have had a hole in their face if I'd stuck all the photos down first. You could also add page protectors in here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you could just have...
You could add pocket pages.
All sorts, yeah.
So you could easily do your own variation of this album without needing the prompts. I flicked through this first part as much as I could so that you can freeze it and have a look at what the prompts are. But I have another one of these process videos filmed for the next section, which I will either put up, we're in July now, I might put it up at the start of September, and then I might do another one before Christmas as well. Let me know if you like this album. It's something a little bit different.
It's a good mix of all the stuff.
It's a nice mix. I will admit I'm not a mini album gal. I do drool over mini albums on like social media, like Paige Taylor Evans. Every time she whips out a new one, it makes me want to get the paper and make all the mini albums.
It's really good for the couch.
It's great for the couch.
Yeah.
This is a great couch activity.
Yeah.
If you want some couch scrapping done. But yeah, I'm not a fan of mini albums. So this is a nice compromise because it's still chunky and it's still large enough that I can do kind of mini layouts on without feeling restricted in a tiny size. But you could easily change this to be 12 by 12, or you could make it tiny and make it a 3 by 4. That's
like
tiny.
Pocket,
that's very tiny. It might be the size.
Pocket albums.
What do you mean pocket albums?
Like 3 by 4.
No, Citrus Twist have long, skinny ones that are about the size of a traveller's notebook.
Okay.
I think they're 3 by 8. I could be wrong. I have one. You can have it if you'd like. You could do your version.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
See that, and just do a lot more journaling and a lot less sticking all the pretty ephemera bits that you've abandoned.
Yeah. I got some stickers. I could put some stickers in there.
Yeah, you do have some stickers. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Some stamps.
We could do it as a little couch activity.
Yes, that'd be cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let me know if you'd like an update on Aaron's progress, because that will help him
I'm
to
smiling.
start.
I just realised that this is just a voiceover
It's
only.
not a video.
I'm used to the vlog.
He's like nodding and smiling.
Yes.
They can't see you. So for this one, I went for a bold blue title. Why? I don't know.
It's cool. It reminds me of the 90s.
I think it was my friend's pants. It could have been. My friend had blue pants on. I'm also struggling greatly with my mini alphas. I'm down to not many usable packets. I've lost all my Well, I haven't lost them. I've used them. They're on pages. But mini alphas are something that I could easily have a never-ending supply of and be an extremely happy person. But when I don't have an endless supply, I'm sad. And right now, I'm in a mini alpha sadness. I need to restock. But they're hard to get. Where do you get your mini alphas from, peeps? Let me know.
I'm guessing like they're probably a lot harder in Australia as well.
To get, yeah, probably.
That's such a poop.
So for this one, I thought I should probably write down the people's names. Usually I'm very bad in my Project Life albums of
Just like
writing down
thinking
who's
you'll
who.
remember, yeah.
And I don't expect Archie or Baby Marshmallow, as we've nicknamed her, to keep every single one of my layouts and albums. But I have realised I should probably write people's names so that they know who's who.
Yeah. At least on like every other album.
Yeah.
So
Not that I see half of these people anymore. One of them is my cousin who lives in a different state, who I haven't seen. Ooh, have you ever met her?
Who?
Have you met Carly?
Yes. Once.
Probably 10 years ago,
Yeah.
I would say, last time I saw her. So, yeah, it's been a while. But we're down to the normal time, which means this process video is done. Please let me know if you like this album, if you've done a childhood documentation of your album. I am hoping the next video that I want to film is a bit of a messy one. I'm hoping to do journaling by Five's DIY embellishments.
Oh, okay.
So get a little bit painty, so keep your eyes peeled for that on the 10th, hopefully, if I can get that done and filmed and edited. But until next time, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.